seal this place up now. You promised. I'm going to do what I said. One of those blank check wizardries. But when you do those, you don't know what the price is going to be asked later. We have to get this book, don't we? That's why we're here. And this is something that has to be done to get the book. I don't think the price will be too high. Anyway, you don't have to worry. I'll do it myself.
Of course it isn't too high. He has plot armor.
Nita watched Kit getting out his wizard's manual and bit her lip. Oh, no, you're not, she said. If you're doing it, I'm doing it too. Whatever you're doing. One of the Mobius spells, Kit said, finding the page. Nita looked over his shoulder and read the spell. It would certainly keep thieves out of the hoard. When recited, a Mobius spell gave a specified volume of space a half twist that left it permanently out of sync with the spaces surrounding it. The effect would be like stopping an elevator between floors forever. You read it all through, Kit said. Uh-huh. Then let's get back in the tunnel and do it and get out of here. I'm getting this creepy feeling that things aren't going to be quiet on ground level when we get up there. They wanted to say goodbye to the eldest, but it had forgotten them already. Mine, 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 it was whispering as garbage and gold flew in all directions from the place where it dug. Let's go, Fred said. Out in the tunnel, the fire fungus seemed brighter to Nita, or perhaps that was only the effect of looking at the Book of Night with Moon. They halted at the spot where the tunnel curved and began with great care to read the Mobius spell. The first part of it was something strange and unsettling, an invocation to the powers that govern the arts of wizardry, asking help with this piece of work and promising that the power lent would be returned when they required. Nita shivered, wondering what she was getting herself into, for use of the speech made the promise more of a prediction. Then came the definition of the space to be twisted, and finally, the twisting itself. As they spoke the words, Nita could see the eldest, still digging away at his hoard, growing pale and dim as if with distance, going away, though not moving. The words pushed the space farther and farther away, toward an edge that could be sensed more strongly, though not seen. Then suddenly, over it. The spell broke, completed. Nita and Kit and Fred were standing at the edge of a great empty pit, as if someone had reached up into the earth and scooped out the subway station, the hoard, and the eldest, whole. Someone had. I think we better get out of here, Kit said very quietly. As if in answer to his words came a long, soft groan of strained timber and metal. The pillars and walls of the tunnel where they stood, and the tunnel on the other side of the pit, bending under new stresses that the pillars of the station had handled and that these were not meant to. Then a rumble, something falling. Nita and Kit turned and ran down the tunnel, stumbling over timbers and picking themselves up and running again. Fred zipped along beside like a shooting star looking for the right place to fall. They slammed into the wall at the end of the track as the rumble turned to a thunder, and the thunder started catching up behind. Nita found bare concrete, said the mason's word in a gasp, and flung the stone open. Kit jumped through with Fred behind him. The tunnel shook, roared, blew out a stinging, dust-laden wind, and went down in ruin as Nita leapt through the opening and fell to the tracks beside Kit. He got to his knees slowly, rubbing himself where he had hit. Boy, he said, if we weren't in trouble with... Callie, stop it! If we weren't in trouble with you-know-who before, we are now. Hurriedly, Kit and Nita got up, and the three of them headed for the ledge and the way to the open air.